Another negative trait about being a nice guy is it is associated with being a pushover. Women especially don't like pushovers because pushovers aren't protectors. If people know you're too kind to speak up against them, they will use that against you. A man who speaks up for himself is a man to be respected. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about a big taboo, and that's being the nice guy. We all heard the phrase, nice guys finish last, but that sounds pretty unfair when you think about it. I mean, why should the nice guy finish last? Are there people out there who don't like being treated nice? And why? Why do women constantly blow off the nice guy? Well, what if that guy was too nice or nice all the time? It can seem disingenuous, but you can't possibly think positive about everything. Clearly, there's some things that bother you, but you don't say it because it isn't nice. It's like that old saying, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But when you never have anything negative to say about anything, people can't expect to get an honest opinion out of you. Sometimes it's refreshing to hear someone say, hey, I don't mean to be rude, but your cooking needs some improvement. It might hurt my feelings at first, but at least I got an honest assessment of my work. If people lied to protect my feelings, I would just continue to do poorly. But at least I can respect someone's honesty despite it hurting my feelings. People who aren't genuine don't gain respect. So instead of aiming to be nice, aim to be someone who is respectful and respected. When I say don't be nice, I don't mean be mean or rude. I mean be respectful. If someone is bothering you or there is something you don't like, feel free to mention it, but be respectful with your tone and delivery. See, the mistake a lot of nice guys make is they don't speak up for fear of sounding rude. You can't be afraid of hurting someone's feelings. If you express a dislike about something or someone, it is up to the individual to take that criticism maturely. Only immature people won't respect the fact that you have a difference of opinion. Another negative trait about being a nice guy is it is associated with being a pushover. Women especially don't like pushovers because pushovers aren't protectors. If people know you're too kind to speak up against them, they will use that against you. A man who speaks up for himself is a man to be respected. Don't let people interrupt you or speak over you. When you speak with an assertive tone so everyone can hear you. And make eye contact with everyone in the room. This ensures that you have everyone's attention. And if someone interjects, respectfully say, excuse me, I need to finish my point. And this also puts everyone else on notice that you will not allow others to interrupt you. See, women love a man who will stick up for himself. It's that assertiveness that will lead to both men and women respecting you. And don't be afraid to set boundaries for yourself. Let people know what you're not willing to tolerate. If you continue to let people do things that make you feel uncomfortable or upset, that's only going to fester inside of you and possibly cause long-term stress. Address any issues directly and hash it out. That way, it won't be any issues in the future. Another mistake that nice guys make is they over-apologize. There's no need to apologize for having a difference of opinion. You are entitled to your opinion just like everyone else. Now, if you see that someone is visually upset over something that you said, of course you can apologize for hurting that person's feelings. But don't apologize for simply having a difference of opinion. Now, if you're going to be the type of person who voices their dislikes and disagreements, know that this will often lead to conflict, even if you voice your opinion respectfully. So with that being said, you can't be afraid of conflict. You have to be confident when you voice your opinions and stick by your convictions. If you're afraid of conflict, please watch my video, Courage Over Confidence. In there, I go into depth about why courage is essential to becoming the person that you want to be. Speaking of conflict, understand that people may not respectfully disagree with your opinion. Be prepared for people to be belligerent and rude. And remember, you're not aiming to be a nice guy. You're aiming to be a man who is respected. So don't accept disrespect. And I would never suggest resorting to violence. But it would help if you know how to defend yourself. When you don't back down, people tend to get a little aggressive. You need to know how to defend yourself, whether verbally or physically. This can also help with your confidence when standing up for yourself. And to be clear, when you're being disagreeable or critical of someone, you should do so in a constructive manner. If you're telling someone that they're bad at something, it should be so they can improve. You shouldn't mock them or put them down. And if you are critical of someone, you can first lead by telling the person what they did right. For instance, I really like what you did with the mac and cheese here, but the chicken needs a little bit of work. And then you can follow that up with some suggestions that may help them improve. Again, not being a nice guy is not about being mean or rude. Ultimately, it's about being someone who is respected. And I believe that this is a very important aspect of being a man. To be someone who is respected, you must first have respect for yourself. You have to carry yourself a certain way. Take pride in the way you dress. Take pride in the work that you do. Take pride in the goals that you have in your life. When people see that you keep yourself to a certain standard, they will acknowledge you for doing so. Women see these qualities in a man and can't help but be impressed. But when you're a nice guy who goes around saying nice things to women just to impress them, women see right through that. And then guys wonder why women go for, quote, assholes. It's not that women don't like compliments or they like people who are brutally honest. It's that they respect a guy who is bold enough to be upfront. And so when this guy does give a compliment, it means so much more because they know that he's not just saying it to be nice. For a final note, when you respect others, people tend to give respect back. Be mindful of the people around you. Respect people's boundaries, physically and metaphorically. Respect people's beliefs. And here's a big one, respect other people's opinion. I get people on here all the time berating me over opinions that I might have shared on a video, which is juvenile to me. If you have a difference of opinion with someone, you should argue against the opinion, not the person. Because at the end of the day, if you can't come to a middle ground with someone, you can just respectfully disagree. Or my personal favorite, let's agree to disagree. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you thought of the video. What points did you agree with? What points did you disagree with? Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought. And if you got anything out this video, hit that like button. This is Agree to Disagree. I'm out.